That's what Alamo Colleges means to our community. And many of its alumni have gone on to work in a variety of critical industries that has continued to be guided by its mission to end poverty through education and training, as well as ensuring that every student has a pathway to success. And it has empowered countless students to earn credentials of value, enabling them to achieve post-secondary education goals and equipping them with the skills and the knowledge necessary to thrive and become leaders in their communities. And whereas since its inception, the Alamo College District has offered generations of students a quality education, a strong foundation for achievement, and in doing so is making important contributions to the future of the state of Texas. Now, therefore, be it resolved that the 80th anniversary of the Alamo College District be commemorated and that all those be associated with this institution be extended sincerest best wishes for continued success. Signed by your very proud State Senator Jose Menendez. I have a couple of copies here. Dr. Flores, I'll make as many copies as you need available. I'll even offer to frame them and offer them for each college at my expense. Folks, I will tell you this, as someone who went to kindergarten not speaking one word of English because both parents immigrated here as adults, I know for a fact that if it were not for my education, my sister and I would not be anywhere in life. So thank you for what you do. What you do is an education is what people need to realize. In my opinion, it's a moral imperative to give people the opportunity to achieve the potential that only they know they have. You take off the limitations that people may impose on themselves and the society imposes on them. That's why this is so special. Congratulations, and here's to many more years of success. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, Senator Menendez, for your long support of Alamo Colleges. And now it is my pleasure to introduce a real champion for students, a man who has supported this, our Vice Chair of Trustees, Dr. Clint Kingsbury.
Good morning, everyone, and thank you so much for joining us today. It's pretty incredible to see such a large crowd here at 9 in the morning, but it's really my honor to be board chair and also a former student of the Alamo Colleges from San Antonio College. So, you know, it's hard to believe that Alamo Colleges has been here for 80 years. It really doesn't look a day over 40, in my opinion. So, it just goes to show the incredible amount of impact that we have had over 8 decades. 8 decades of changing lives, 8 decades of making our community better and improving every single person's experience in higher education, whether they come here briefly and then move on to some or other higher education institution, or they graduate with their associates or get certificates and then move into the workforce. Whatever that case may be, we are making a difference, and we're able to do that because of the incredible people that are here at Alamo Colleges, led by Dr. Flores and the incredible team that we have, our staff, faculty. Every single student is making a difference. And so I acknowledge the board trustees that are here today, starting with Mr. Joel Durete, Vice Chair, Dr. Yvonne Katz, and Mr. Gerald Lopez. We're also joined by our student trustee, Mr. Josiah Rodriguez, and his mother. You know, I look out and see the incredible numbers that we've put up this past year. 88,000 students, 14,000 degrees. I can throw very large numbers at you every single day because Alamo puts up those incredible numbers. Okay. But I think it's important to remember that behind those numbers is individual stories. Each number represents one individual accomplishing something incredible, going through and completing their degree, completing their certificate, and truly making a difference, not for themselves, but generationally, right? And that is so important to remember because there's a story behind every single one of them, myself included. So I just want to say thank you so much for being here today, celebrating 80 years. Not just 80 years with Alamo Colleges, though. 100 years with San Antonio College. 40 years with Palo Alto College. It's just incredible the amazing amount of impact that we have had over our numerous decades. So with that, I'm going to turn it back over to Ms. Knapp, and thank you again for being here, and looking forward to continuing our mission to serve San Antonio and ending poverty through education and training. Get out there and make a difference. Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Kingsbury, and we're certainly blessed to have you as our chair of our trustees. And now it is my pleasure to introduce a man who we all know very well. He has worked tirelessly for this district. He's served in numerous roles and as chancellor since 2018. Please join me in welcoming Dr. Mike Flores.
Buenos dias, good morning. Can you hear me in the back? All right, excellent. Well, thank you, Deborah, and thank you, Chair Kingsbury, to all of our trustees, to our leadership team, colleagues, and to everyone joining us this morning. As Chair Kingsbury mentioned, we're honoring 80 years of transformation, 80 years of creating opportunity across the Alamo Colleges District, and most importantly, in our community. So for some perspective, in the fall of 1946, J.O. Lofton, who was then president of San Antonio Junior College, welcomed the first students of what was described as a new independent college. He himself wrote in the student newspaper, "It is always exhilarating to be the first in any worthwhile endeavor, because first carries with it the responsibility of plowing new ground, of setting new ideals, and establishing scholastic records." And I know that you'll agree with me that that spirit of bold beginnings has defined our district ever since. What started as the San Antonio Union Junior College District and later in 1982 became the Alamo Colleges District has grown into a nationally recognized network of 5 colleges serving a record number of 88,000 learners this year. If we look at history from the early days of San Antonio College, officially named in 1948 and relocated to its San Pedro campus, to the historic roots of St. Philip's College, founded in the 1890s and described by Lofton himself as rich in curriculum, well-trained in faculty, and bright in future, our foundation has always been one of hope, access, and service to our community. By spring 2003, the district had grown to nearly 49,000 students. And today, that number has nearly doubled. Across 8 decades, our 5 colleges have stood as gateways, as Senator Menendez mentioned, to possibility for families throughout Bexar County and, most importantly, our region. And this anniversary really is about the lives that we've all changed together. Those of us here at each one of the colleges, at the centers, at high schools, connecting individuals with opportunity. It's about students like Abraham Tenorio, a proud graduate of St. Philip's College, who once stood at the edge of a dream and has told us that he was unsure how to reach it. Today, thanks to Alamo Promise, he's studying engineering at UT San Antonio, and his mother, Araceli, said it best. He doesn't have to worry about financial barriers. He only has to focus on learning. It's about students like Anave Perez, a first-generation college graduate, a proud mother, and a Palo Alto College alum who overcame homelessness and self-doubt to earn her degree. She's now pursuing a bachelor's at Palo Alto College in management, working to launch her own business and inspiring her children every step of the way. These are stories about community transformation. They're proof of what's possible when we remove barriers and build bridges to opportunity. And we call that something, and it begins with an M. Do you all know what that's called? Begins with an M. There we go. Let's try it again. It begins with an M. We call that our moonshot, partnering to end poverty through education and training. And it's happened every day through programs that we also know really well, like Alamo Promise, which offers tuition-free college to more than 30,000 Bexar County high school graduates. Alamo Books Plus, that ensures affordable access to textbooks and instructional materials. Alamo Advise, that connects students to dedicated, personalized guidance. And a robust portfolio of high-demand, high-opportunity certificates, associates, and workforce bachelor degrees, all aligned to our region's talent needs. And why is that important? Because we know the difference between struggle and success is that credential, a post-high school certification that our students can take to the bank for a brighter future for themselves and their families. And we're seeing the impact now. Bexar County's poverty rate is declining faster than the state and national averages. I know we talk about a record number of learners, but our enrollment is growing at nearly double the rate of regional population growth. And we've been recognized twice nationally with the Malcolm Baldrige National Quality Award, which is the nation's highest honor of performance excellence. So that kind of impact really is collective, right? It takes all of us. It takes faculty, staff, students, alums, our trustees, and community partners working together. It takes a community, as the senator mentioned earlier, willing to invest in a shared and a brighter future. And it's like the oak tree, which symbolizes an 80th anniversary. And we too have grown stronger with time. Across our colleges, we're celebrating important milestones, 125 plus years at St. Philip's College. A centennial, right, Dr. Solis? 100 years at San Antonio College. 40 years of care and corazon, Dr. Gatza, at Palo Alto College. 30 years of access and continued innovation, Dr. Bosley, at Northwest Vista College. Though each campus has its own unique story, we are united by one mission and one belief. Education is the most powerful tool we have to build a brighter future. And it's always the youngest one, right? Dr. Veronica Garcia, 15 plus years of excellence at Northeast Lakeview College. And today, as part of this historic celebration, I'm also, and we're proud to announce, a new partnership with Texas Public Radio. Together, we're launching what's called Share Your Story. It's a campaign that's about collecting memories, milestones, and reflections from across our community. And later this year, we will be rolling out our 80 Champions of Opportunity, with the first couple being right here in the audience. I also want to acknowledge the work of Mike and Louise Belden, who are here with us and have been longtime supporters of the Alamo Colleges District. We're proud of our legacy in the communities that we serve. The voice of our learners matters, their journeys matter, and your story, just like Abraham's, just like Anave's, is part of our collective legacy. So here's to the last 80 years, here's to the next 80 years, to new dreams, to new possibilities, to continued partnership with our community, and to a future where every learner, no matter their background or their starting point, has the opportunity to succeed. Muchísimas gracias. Thank you all for being here with us.
Thank you so much, Dr. Flores. He always inspires us, doesn't he? Well, as we celebrate Alamo College's 80th anniversary, we honor 8 decades of creating opportunity. And from our earliest days to the nationally recognized system, our work has been driven by a shared vision that education transforms lives. And in that spirit, we invite you to join us in looking back at this remarkable journey and ahead to the future that we are all building together. Let's take a look. Well, as we celebrate 80 years of impact across generations, we're reminded that the Alamo College District doesn't just transform students' lives, individual lives, it is transforming entire families. Our next speakers are a very powerful example of that. They represent 2 generations walking side by side along the same path toward a brighter future. Please welcome Student College, San Antonio College student, and our current student trustee, Josiah Rodriguez, along with his biggest supporter and fellow Sac student, his mom, Roxanne. Let's give them a warm round of applause.
I want to say thank you to Deborah, first of all, and like Chancellor Flores said, we're bridging opportunities, and I couldn't be more proud to be here alongside my mom and my nephew Zadiah right over there. So first off, as we celebrate 80 years of Alamo Colleges District, we're reminded that this isn't just a district, it's life-changing opportunities and it brings generational change to all students no matter who you are. My journey didn't begin with a clear path. Matter of fact, it was a little blurry, like when I don't have my glasses on. I didn't know what I wanted to do after high school. I grew up in Castellano Public Housing, right over there on the inner west side. And my mom, who had me just a couple of days before her 18th birthday, she was doing everything she could do to support us, and college felt like it was out of reach for me. But after high school, I began working. I didn't think it was possible to go to work and go to school at the same time. But one thing stuck with me. It was one of my first school field trips to San Antonio College. I visited their planetarium there. I remember looking up at the planetarium and I was being told that you could reach the stars. Back then I thought you could be an astronaut and go to space if you go to San Antonio College. I learned you could still go to space, but they don't have a spaceship there, no. But thanks to Alamo Colleges, even when the odds were stacked against me, I knew I felt like I belonged. I found my way back to my dream, and I enrolled at San Antonio College. I started pursuing a career in public administration, and I found in campus life with organizations such as Phi Theta Kappa, Student Government Association, and along with Destiny Espinoza, we founded the First Generational Club. So today, I proudly serve Alamo Colleges District as student trustee. I've had the privilege of listening to students and hearing their perspectives, hearing their hopes, hearing their financial barriers, and how we have wraparound support systems just for them. From food insecurity to imposter syndrome, students are navigating a lot, and I get it. But the messages I want to share with them is this: just don't hold back. There's a place for you here, and we're all in this together. And speaking of together, I wouldn't be here without my family. My sister Amerilis also goes to San Antonio College, and she couldn't be here today because she is in class, but we do have the baby right over there. Thank you, Miss Jessica, thank you. And I'm especially proud to share this moment with my mom, Roxanne, who's been by my side every step of the way, and she earned her GED at San Antonio College. She's now enrolled, yes. She's now enrolled too, and she helps me with algebra, so thank you for that. But I'm her biggest believer, and she's my biggest believer. And we're the biggest believers that Alamo Colleges Districts creates opportunities at any age, no matter who you are, no matter what stage of your life that you're at. So with that, I'd like to invite my mom, who taught me resilience, to share a few words.
Thank you, Josiah. I'm so proud to be here today, not just as a mother, but as a fellow student at San Antonio College. I had Josiah when I was 17, just 5 days before my 18th birthday, and well, life didn't give me the perfect path, I'd say. Like many other young parents, I decided to put my education on hold. School just wasn't in the path for me at that time. But I never thought that I never thought that I wouldn't go back. I believed I would go back someday. I never stopped believing in it. Watching Josiah chase his dreams gave me the push that I needed to go back and earn my GED. So I earned my GED at SAC, and then now I'm enrolled. I'm pursuing my degree as a social major there at San Antonio College. I'm so proud of all my children, but I couldn't be more proud of Josiah because he was the first in our family to take that step and enter into college. And because of him, his motivation, his support, we are now following behind him. And it's been hard. But I'm so proud of him. I do want to say thank you to Alamo Colleges for believing in students like us and for helping families like mine build brighter futures together. Thank you, guys.
Well, that's why we're here. That is why we're here. And I know why Roxanne is so proud of that young man, and we are proud of her as well. Thank you, Josiah and Roxanne, for sharing your story. And as we close out today's celebration, we invite all of you to be part of this legacy. On the screen, you'll see a QR code, and it's coming, and our website link to share your story. So whether you're a current student, a proud alum, an employee, or a community partner, tell us how Alamo Colleges has impacted your life, your family, or your future. Your voice is part of this 80-year journey. And on behalf of everyone at the Alamo Colleges District, thank you so much for joining us today. And now, let's mark the moment. Please welcome back Chancellor Dr. Mike Flores, Chairman of our trustees, Dr. Kingsbury, all of our speakers, Josiah, Roxanne, to officially kick off our year-long celebration, and we'll all count it down together. Yes, bring the baby. Come right up here.
On the center. There you go. Perfect. Although, you know what? There you go, for the baby.
Okay, all right. Okay, let's count it all down together, shall we? Oh, the Beldens, let's wait for them. Our honorees on this 80th anniversary, you all have done so much.
Just don't be startled. I'll stand over
Okay, wonderful. Let's count it down together. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Whoa! Thank you all for being here.